Good morning, everyone.
So you have
we
a
are
scroll
packing
case
up.
that you took from the shop?
Captain's over there somewhere, finishing up his
Use
last D&D club that he teaches. I am in the process over here of making us some sandwiches to take with us on the road. Packing is happening over here, packing up our food. It's crazy. I've been playing with the cat. And over here, Will is messaging his girlfriend and ready to get rid of his wife. This is podcasting central over here. So this isn't even a 0 day. We hiked 13.7 yesterday. We're going to try and get in at least 15 today, but we probably won't start until around, 1.
You'll be hiking till like 10 o'clock at night.
We'll be
15 today.
Tonight's going to be an all-nighter.
So I'm taking this time to go ahead and put on a little bit of KT tape for your nagging Achilles tendonitis, which is kind of fun.
I need you to come with us. You're so cute.
I'm using my Boy Scout skills on this one.
Love you.
Love you too.
See you later.
Good luck going uphill.
Be quiet. Good luck sitting on your ass. Love you. Largo, you sad Dad's leaving?
No, we can finally party.
Party City, baby. Welcome to day 59. It is 2:30 and we're starting our day. It's not going to be a Nero because we're trying to get at least, 8 in?
I don't actually know how far we're
10?
supposed to be going.
We're going to hike until dark or till we get to a campsite near dark. I'm Sunshine.
And I'm Captain, and we're still walking.
And we're still talking. I got a new hat. Will got this for me in Damascus at the Outfitter. The Sunshine and Captain one wasn't fitting my head well. And this one is super, super comfy. We'll see how long it lasts. I seem to shake it up a bit. And what else is going on?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I mean, we're comfortable. I just woke up about 5 minutes ago.
He fell asleep in the car right here.
I made the decision to fall asleep 15 minutes before we got here.
A nice little disco nap. And on the way here, we stopped at Dunkin' Donuts. We stopped at Starbucks. We're getting a little pampered here.
No kidding.
All right, a big uphill. Here we go, guys. We still haven't taken a 0, so I think we're going to take a 0 in a week, whether we earned it or not, right? Just do it. I don't even know what the deficit is now, but today's going to be majorly in the deficit. Bye! He's going back to his other family now. Let's go. So I have a couple of gear change-outs. I don't know if you call it gear stuff. So I don't know if you remember, but I had this little 12 by 12 orange thing here that would be my sweat cloth or if my nose is running or something like that. And I wanted to introduce this, which is a long enough sarong. So when I sit on the ground, I can lay it out and lay on it because we both can't fit on the sit pad that Captain's carrying. It also gives me an opportunity to lay down, stretch, whatnot. And so I got rid of the orange one and then just kind of hook this through this little hook up here, and then the rest of it is in my backpack. So it doubles as my sit pad, my stretch pad, if I need it for a cover up at all, as well as my sweat and nose thing. The other thing is that I decided to leave my rain pants behind because it's so warm now that I don't want them on when I'm hiking anyway. And my REI rain jacket just doesn't work well. I mean, I know nothing's gonna keep out all the rain, but it just doesn't work well. So I left it behind. I brought a poncho with me, and then I just ordered a new rain jacket that's ultralight, and the REI one is not ultralight. So if I'm gonna carry something that's not gonna work well, but good enough, then I'll go with ultralight. And I think this one will work better because it got better reviews. And then the third thing I want to tell you guys is that there's a huge difference. The water out here is so good when you get off the stream. So today I have water from Will's rental, and it's not that it's bad, it's just you can totally notice the difference. It tastes a little chemically. I remember when I was doing some research about the trail, I saw something, someone said the water can taste real earthy from the streams out here. I haven't tasted that at all. It's cold and delicious. And I truly notice a difference if we get it from like a hotel or from Will's Rental. Like this is like, I mean, I'll drink it. So right now I think we have more than 10 miles without water. So we're both full with 2 liters each. We're starting late in the day. We're not gonna hike that many miles. It's not super hot. So we don't feel the need to pack out more water. I know some people do, especially if they sweat a lot or they are just really concerned they might run out. We have not run out yet, and we're pretty good about knowing how much water we need for each situation, and then kind of rationing it along the way just to make sure we don't run out. So that's a water situation. And this is switchbacks, but I don't know. We're packing out 5, almost 6, it's probably 6 days of food in our packs right now, plus on top of that, dinner tonight. And I can feel it in my pack. It feels really heavy, even though I offloaded 2 items. The other thing is that we are gonna stay at Woods Hole in either tomorrow or the next night, depending on our miles. Not because we wanna stay someplace 2 days into our 7 days on the trail. We're trying to do 7 days and then in a hotel or hostel or with Will on Fridays. But because it's it's one of the most famous hostels, if not the most famous hostel on the trail, and we miss Boots Off just the way things align. So we're gonna stay there no matter how many miles we do that day, even if it's only 8, we're not gonna count it against our deficit just because that is a special place to stay from what we've heard and we don't wanna miss it.
So as some of you might know, I am running a Dungeons & Dragons business currently, and I've been getting off of the trail on Fridays and Saturdays since the beginning. Well, I'm excited to announce that I have a new batch of slots open for new players, starting on June 28th and 29th on Fridays and Saturdays from 4 to 6 p.m. EST, and from 6 to 8 p.m. EST, and then on following Saturday at 8 to 10 a.m. EST. I will be running a few campaigns for kids between the ages of 8 to 16, depending on the times. If you're interested in having a fun extravaganza in the world of Shannon, which I have created, please email me at info@dicethrowers.com. Thank you. So now that we're kind of walking along the ridgeline and it's been a few days since rain, and rain is probably coming tomorrow, I honestly have a theory about rain in general. I think the weather before and right after rain is perfect. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, you get a nice breeze, and there's not too much sun. But about a day after it rains, all the clouds disappear and it gets really hot. So I'd honestly say that like in between there is a really nice spot. I think rain is going to be probably around here tomorrow morning. So that's something. And I do have to say the weather is, as expected, perfect. We're walking around along a ridge line right now and it's just amazing. We've got a great view and just a very narrow and nice path. It's quite nice.
Sun! We haven't seen that in a while. And this is brought to you by Naked Trees. I don't know what's up with these trees over here. Catherine just pointed it out to me. It's so, we don't always look up, but look at these. Maybe they were burned. It's hard, or maybe that's a disease. Does anyone know what's going on with these trees? I think it's probably some sort of a disease because everything around it is green. It's so rare that I look up and see sky, and only sky. So guys, I don't know what I'm gonna do now. So one of you just messaged me and said Sunny on the AT is not on the trail anymore, that she stopped. And I always refer you guys to her for the history stuff. So I don't know what to do. I can give you a little bit here and there, but I'm not a history buff. I'm buffing in other ways, but not history. Is there anyone else you guys are watching that's doing a good job with history that I can recommend when we get to a spot that's probably heavy history? Drop them in the comments. Maybe I could contact Sunny and say, hey, do you want to be our AT history liaison from afar? I think does she live in Alaska, someone said, or something like that. We'll have her chime in from Alaska. So today, on Sunshine and Captain's 85th day, we bring you Sunny from Alaska to tell us what happened at this site in 1959. I love it. You think she'd be on board for it? The trail is so easy so far today. It's nice and smooth. There's not a bunch of rocks and roots. It's just like kind of a little bit of rolling up and down. It is perfect, guys. We didn't start till 2:30 and we were only gonna go maybe 7 or 8 miles. If it continues like this, then we are going to probably do more. It's beautiful weather right now. We love hiking at sunset. To see, there's appears to be a big up towards the end. And we'll see how our energy goes, because I have been up since 6 a.m. Working this morning. The captain has been up since 7 a.m. and he worked some this morning too, so we might hit a wall all of a sudden. But if not, we're gonna enjoy this as long as we can.
Lila, I sing this song for you. You're beautiful, even when you're down. You know this, and never talk yourself out of it. Lila, it's all inside your head. Eleanor Roosevelt said, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. So let your light shine without holding it in. Love yourself and don't give in. And when you feel the harmony, smile.
We don't see this very often. We're walking right beside a road. It's very weird. We just saw a car. I can hear more cars. Yikes. Okay, this is a really tight squeeze. I am glad the fence is here, but there is, oh jeez, there's some barbed wire up there, so we'll be careful. Does this feel very odd to you, honey?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're like on the side of a freeway and a cliff and there's cars going by. It's very jarring when you have it. I know we were just in the car with Will, so it hasn't been that long that we haven't been around this, but it's super jarring when you haven't been around any noise for a week and you come out and you're like, oh my gosh, what's all that noise? Wow, this is pretty steep. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna put the camera down, guys. This is really steep. All right, bridge walking. You ready?
That was crazy.
That was crazy. I had to sit down at one point, just come down on my butt.
Huh.
And I don't like to do that when I'm fresh off being clean.
At this point, we're always gonna be dirty.
I know,
What's the
right?
point?
I said to you, you sat on the back of the car and you had dirt on your butt. I'm like, you're dirty, Largo. You're dirty, Captain. And you're like, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna be dirty in 5 minutes. You know, we could go down there, hitch a ride.
No kidding.
And be back to Dad by dinner.
Who wants to do that?
Who wants dinner? So we are contemplating something. We're contemplating going 6.7 more miles today, which would have us hiking for about maybe a half an hour in the dark. We both feel great. So far, it's been pretty easy terrain. It looks, we'll have to see. We're not sure. We're just gonna, if we're feeling great, we're gonna keep hiking. If the terrain is not rough, we're gonna hike for half an hour or so in the dark. But if the terrain gets rocky or something like that, we're gonna have to stop. So we will keep you guys posted. We just feel like if we're feeling great, we keep going.
Yeah.
And we're both
Hopefully we arrive before midnight.
before midnight. You guys know how I love the dark, so this is really challenging my fear of the dark, fighting those fears. I don't know if it was the caramel salted frappuccino from Starbucks that gave me a bounce in my step, or if it was seeing Will, or if it was just food from the real world. But this trail is pretty easy today, but we are, and it's smooth, but we are cranking. And if we continue to crank, we won't get in much after dark. I don't know if it's been an exciting vlog because we've just done punching the miles today. But tomorrow we're going to attempt something we have not attempted yet. If we make our miles today, and hopefully it'll be really fun for you guys. We'll surprise you in the morning. Yeah, it's exciting. It just, I don't know. I feel like I got a bounce in my step today. Yeah. Anyway, oops, almost tripped. Better put this down.
Welcome to the end of day 59, where we are using for the first time our new light inflator.
Did we look different? Ooh. So we had one of these. What's it called? Who's the brand? Tail. What's it called? Flex Tail gear. And it's super small, and we use it to blow the mattresses up. And then it broke, and they sent us a new one for free. And in the meantime, he was blowing it up by mouth, and everyone was like, "Don't do that. You're going to get moisture in it." So we're not doing that anymore. But the new one has a light in it, which we haven't really used yet, but we're liking it for chatting with you guys at the end of the day. And Captain's having a lot of fun with it. I'm just going to change your trail name to Largo instead of Captain. It's too hard to remember. All right. How far did we go today? We went day 59. We went from Suter Road to a random campsite at mile 596. We went 11.4 miles. We were shooting for 14. Actually, originally we were shooting for 8. We thought we can do 8. And then when we got going, we were like, wow, this is really easy today. We're shooting for 14. And we ended up stopping because the next tent site said there was bear activity, and it was 2.9 miles away, and I didn't feel like setting up in the dark and whatever. So I said let's call it. So at 11.4 miles we stopped, and I think that's pretty good because we started today at 2:30 and we ended at 8:30 or maybe a little bit earlier, and we did 11.4 miles. We were cranking today. It wasn't really a particularly hard day, but we were just cranking it out. I mean, I was really impressed with us. So,
and given that it was after 1 o'clock, normally most of our miles happen before that.
Right. So I was impressed with us today. Also, I mentioned earlier that there will be a surprise tomorrow because we didn't make it, or there could be a surprise tomorrow. Well, I hope you guys could hear me. I had my head on my microphone. The surprise isn't going to happen because we didn't do those last 3 miles. And the surprise was going to be is that we're going to try and hike 26.5, so a marathon into Woods Hole. But instead, we're going to try and hit 20 tomorrow. I'm sorry, actually 22 tomorrow, and then we'll figure it out after that. We really need to be hitting like 20s at this point, especially if the terrain is easy. It looks kind of easy tomorrow. So, best and worst.
I would say my best was taking a nap 15 minutes before we got there because that was a smart decision.
Oh, in the car? Yeah, that was nice. My best was waking up to Will this morning, and my second best was when we went to Dunkin' Donuts, and it was a Dunkin' Donuts Express, and they didn't have a Frappuccino or something sugary. And we're heading back to the trail, and Will said, it's only 3 miles to Starbucks additional. You want to go to Starbucks? And I'm not a huge Starbucks person, but I do like that caramel frappe thing. Yeah, and I was so excited. And I feel like it gave me an extra bounce in my step today. I hope I can sleep tonight because that's a lot of caffeine late in the day for me. So tomorrow I may be saying, ooh, that was a big mistake. I also, a good part of the day, the terrain was pretty easy today.
Yeah.
And we cranked out a lot of miles in a short period of time. So we didn't hit our deficit, but I still think we did a great job. Do you have a worse?
Nope.
Well, I don't have a worse either, I think. Not all of our food fit in our bear can. So I had to put the peanut butter and jelly outside the bear can. So I hope it's still there in the morning.
I'm sure it's a jar, so it doesn't really...
You think bears can't open the jars?
Good point.
Haven't you seen the bear with the honey jar and he opens it? What? Winnie the Pooh. All right, you guys. Thank you for joining us. We will see you tomorrow where we do day 60 and we're trying to get a 22 day in. All right, good night.
Bye.
The time has come. Are you ready to get rid of us?
Usually for a week.
I'm like a mistress. I come for like 12 hours, blaze in, and then I'm gone.
Replenish the refrigerator.
Shut up. That was Largo. That was Captain in Sunshine. Hey guys, look, I got a new hat. So oops. I got a new hat.
For the past few weeks, I have been getting off the trail every Friday to run my Dungeons and Dragons business. And so I'm happy to announce that I have a new campaign opening. Starting on the... What is it starting?